Hi, I'm Daniel Gold, and welcome to the subscriber-only version of the Leadership Lab, the audio experience where I bring my Substack posts to life. By day, I'm a partner at BDO USA, but this podcast is my personal passion project, completely separate and apart from my day job, but reflect the same passion that I exhibit everywhere for teaching, mentoring, and helping others succeed through simple, impactful lessons. It is my hope that you'll walk away with practical takeaways to help you on your leadership journey. Thanks for being a part of this community and for joining me in the Leadership Lab. Let's get started. Empowerment isn't a strategy, it's a privilege. Empowerment in leadership isn't about titles or positions. It's a privilege that requires authenticity, active listening, and trust. It's about recognizing and nurturing the unique strengths of each team member, encouraging them to step into leadership roles, even in individual capacities. Over the last few weeks in the Leadership Lab, we've explored the first two pillars of the Golden Leadership Cycle: reinvention and resilience, each vital to leading in today's ever-changing world. Now, we turn to the third and equally essential pillar: empowerment. Lesson 1, authenticity. Leadership begins with the real you. Authenticity in leadership means showing up as your true self. By being genuine, you break down barriers between you and your team, fostering trust and openness. This approach disarms team members and invites real, meaningful conversations. Authentic leadership doesn't demand perfection, it demands presence. When leaders lead with authenticity, they create space where others feel safe enough to do the same, laying the first foundation for empowerment. Lesson number 2, active listening, hearing beyond the words. Active listening is more than just hearing words. It's about understanding the emotions, motivations, and context behind what is being said. When leaders listen deeply, not just to respond, but to truly understand, they demonstrate a profound respect for their team members. This creates a dynamic where people feel seen and valued. One example from my experience was when my team requested structural changes during a transitional period. By actively listening, validating their concerns, and implementing their ideas, we didn't just adjust processes, we fostered a culture of trust and ownership. Active listening becomes a catalyst for authentic collaboration and real empowerment. Lesson 3, building trust, the foundation of empowerment. Empowerment cannot exist without trust. Trust is not built overnight. It is cultivated through consistent actions, transparent communication, and a leader's willingness to be both strong and vulnerable. Trust and resilience are deeply connected. As we explored in the Leadership Lab post on resilience, building strong teams isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about navigating them together with transparency, consistency, and care. As leaders, we must be willing to trust first, extending faith in our team's abilities even before every outcome is certain. One practical example: creating opportunities for team members to lead key projects and to do so without any micromanagement. When leadership provides a supportive framework but resists the urge to over-control, it sends a powerful signal that says, "I believe in you." Trust also means holding space for mistakes. Teams perform at their highest when they know errors are opportunities for learning, not grounds for punishment. Empowerment flourishes when people feel safe enough to take risks, share ideas, and grow beyond their comfort zones. Lesson number 4, identifying and elevating strengths, unlocking true potential. Empowerment deepens when leaders intentionally seek out the unique strengths within each individual, Rather than expecting every team member to fit the same mold, great leaders recognize that each person brings distinct capabilities, perspectives, and passions to the table. The real art lies not just in noticing these strengths, but in positioning people to use them meaningfully. Strengths are often revealed, not only through formal reviews, but in the small, everyday moments. When someone lights up talking about a project, solves problems effortlessly, or naturally mentors others. Once strengths are identified, it's essential to connect them to tangible opportunities, whether by assigning a leadership role in a project pod, encouraging someone to lead a client presentation, or tailoring a role to amplify their talents. When people feel seen for what they do best and are given the opportunity to excel, engagement, performance, and ownership all take root deeply. Lesson 5, fostering individual leadership, empowerment in action. True empowerment is not about creating followers, it's about creating leaders at every level. This doesn't require formal promotion or title changes. It often starts in small but meaningful ways, encouraging someone to lead a stand-up meeting, drive a cross-functional initiative, or weigh in on strategic decisions. Leadership through opportunity, offering stretch assignments, inviting people into real decision-making, communicates trust and fuels growth. Equally important is providing visibility. Recognizing leadership behaviors publicly, either in meetings, client interactions, or internal communications, reinforces the idea that leadership is cultivated and celebrated throughout the team. When people are given the room to lead, they don't just execute tasks, they innovate, they invest emotionally, and they elevate the entire organization. Closing thoughts. Empowerment is a privilege. Empowerment in others is not just a leadership strategy, it is a profound privilege. It calls us to lead with authenticity, to listen with intention, to trust even before outcomes are guaranteed, and to believe deeply in the strengths that others sometimes don't yet see in themselves. The most impactful leaders I've known didn't empower through grand gestures or formal authority. They empowered through quiet consistency. By showing up every day with trust, respect, and an unwavering belief that leadership is something we build together. As leaders, our legacy is not measured by how much control we exert, by how much leadership we inspire. When we create the conditions for others to step into their strengths, find their voice, and lead with confidence, we not only elevate our teams, we elevate ourselves. Empowerment is the true multiplier of leadership. It is where authentic cultures are born, where innovation takes root, and where teams move from good to truly great. As we complete this series exploring reinvention, resilience, and now empowerment, the full picture of my golden leadership cycle comes into view. Leadership isn't a fixed destination, it's a daily practice of adapting, strengthening, and elevating those around us. If you want to take this further, I invite you to download my 90-day gold standard leadership cycle journal. You could find the link in the Substack subscriber chat. The journal is designed to help you reflect daily and weekly across the 3 pillars we have explored: reinvention, resilience, and empowerment, offering a simple, powerful framework to grow your leadership with intention every day. Remember, leadership isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Take this lesson, put it into action, and continue setting the gold standard in your own life and at work. See you next time.